We've got the spoiler-free review roundup for Rick and Morty's Season 4 premiere. It took them 2 years, but Rick and Morty is finally back.
Oh yeah, baby!
And while fans are a tad bummed out they're only getting half a season this year, they should all take solace that there are at least 65, I said 65, more episodes still in the pipeline. And with the first episode of Season 4, Edge of Tomorty, Rick Die Rick Pete, set to kick off this Sunday, many fans are wondering, does it still have the heart, humor, and hijinks they've grown to love? Because despite all of the hype and the memes surrounding the Szechuan sauce and Pickle Rick, there are some fans out there who felt that Season 3 wasn't as up to snuff as the previous 2 outings. Well, if the reviews are any indication, you have nothing to worry about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it was a close call.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep this episode as spoiler-free as humanly possible, but if for some reason you are super worried about anything constituting a spoiler, well, now's your time to hop on your hover chair and fly on out of here. And for everyone else who's still sticking around, well, please feel free to like and subscribe. See, getting it in early. Okay, so apart from the obvious reference to Tom Cruise's excellent Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, whatever the hell they called that movie eventually, what is Edge of Tomorty, Rick, Die, Rick, Pete actually about, and what are the critics saying? Well, reportedly, the episode description reads as follows. Morty goes nuts this time, dog. Rick does stuff. Season 4 premiere, bro. Ah, yes. Very informative stuff for true intellectuals. Now, we know the show's riffing on the movie and manga's premise of dying and being reborn over and over and over again, but is it good? Is it funny? Does it hold up? Well, the folks over at Inverse come in hot with their take, writing, it's the most chaotic, frightening, and gruesome episode the series has ever seen. It's also one of the best. Wow. Strong words. And they are not alone. Our friends at Collider had a similar take in their review. If the Season 4 premiere is any indication, we're in for a hell of a ride this season, even if it's a short one. Sorry that I gave you an accent. In fact, this basically seems to be the sentiment across the board. The cool cats over at Den of Geeks say this is the most breakneck, batshit violent premiere yet. Remember all the plot crammed into the Season 3 premiere? Well, this one gets the edge as the most madcap, densely plotted start to a Rick and Morty season so far. But what about all the concerns from fans that the show had deviated too much from what they liked about it in the first place? Well, if IGN's reviews to be believed, then those fears can be safely put to rest. They write, as much as this episode builds on the evolving status quo in the Smith household, it also manages to tell a very classic Rick and Morty tale. If not for the animation quality, which seems to improve with each new season, this could almost be mistaken for a Season 1 episode, and that's a good thing. It's refreshing to see the series get back to basics.
I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither. We pretty much nailed it the first time.
And while many of the reviews do highlight this return to form, they also point out that Rick and Morty doesn't appear to be in any danger of becoming stagnant, or, as Inverse put it, Edge of Tomorty is able to execute a hard refresh for the series that makes it feel like anything is possible for the future of Rick and Morty. Now, more than ever before, it feels like Rick and Morty can go on forever, making good on Rick's promise in the Season 3 premiere when he proclaimed 100 years of Rick and Morty. Now, to be fair, he said the same thing in the pilot.
Rick and Morty forever and forever, 100 years, Rick and Morty's things.
However, for all of the high fives and 4-star reviews, there did appear to be a few criticisms. In IGN's review, they seemed to hint that there might be too much going on in the episode, and it might have benefited from being an extended episode. The result is a very eclectic, fast-paced adventure that doesn't slow down long enough to overstay its welcome. If anything, the premise could have easily filled out an hour-long episode, though leaner's probably better in the end. Den of Geek mirrors this sentiment, highlighting how the comedy suffers because the episode is overstuffed with plot. A little over halfway in, you're watching complicated events unfold with the jokes coming less frequently, or at least they just don't land as well. It's nowhere near as dry as the Season 2 premiere, A Wrinkle in Time, which got lost so far up its own premise, it had no space left to be funny.
Oh, way to go, Rick!
Yeah, Grandpa, way to go.
Edge of Tomorty does regain its comedic footing later on, but there was probably a solid 5 minutes where I didn't find much to laugh at. Quite. They also add, while we're on the topic of stuff that isn't funny, the episode is just a bit too swear-heavy. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not offended by Rick and Morty dropping copious F and S bombs. It's just when so many sentences are peppered with so many bleeps, it feels, well, lame somehow. Yeah, what the actual Rick and Morty? Get your together.
I don't give a
But what did we here at Nerdist think about it? Well, luckily our own intrepid reviewer Michael Walsh got his own hands on the episode early, and he had this to say. Season 4's superb premiere makes it clear that rather than bemoaning the long hiatuses Rick and Morty takes, viewers should embrace the amount of care that goes into each new year. It's still one of the best written and most entertaining shows on television, one that remains incredibly smart, funny, and insightful. Great stuff, Mikey, and be sure to read the rest of his review over on Nerdist.com. So there you have it, folks. It seems that despite a few small concerns, the Season 4 premiere appears to be the perfect combo of comedy and craziness that we've all come to know and love. We'll just have to wait to see how far things go when it hits the small screen this Sunday. But what do you folks think? Which episode title has you most excited for this season? And are there enough adventures for our favorite duo to last 70 more episodes? And actually, which of Rick and Morty's old friends do you hope make a comeback this time around? We talking Scary Terry, Squanchy, Snowball, a fourth S name? Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, why not give us a like and subscribe? If you want to get notified every time we go live with a brand new show or video, feel free to mash that little bell. It deserves it. So you can be up to date on all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world.